Yeah, the session is going to record now. So who are not presenting or who are not able to attend this training, they can get this recorded session. Yeah, this course will be the specifically who are looking for system administration and part of the Microsoft administrator, Microsoft server administrator, which we are going to talk about the latest operating system 2016 and the 2019 also has been released, but we will talk about 2016 and more over on the Active Directory administration part. So basically, I think everyone know that when we are into the system administration, the job role, so people must require the Active Directory knowledge is most important. So everyone know that when they have done for the desktop support engineer, then they are upgrading their skill set and they're promoting their job role, become a administration. Guys, who are not speaking, please go and mute. Guys who are not speaking, please go and mute. Okay. Yeah, I'll be muting for everyone. So if you have any question, please unmute yourself and please speak. Right. So I was talking about this, what course content we are going to talk about during our training period. And these are the content we prepared for as a customized, what we needed, become a L1, L2 and L3 administration. So rather than going with some basic fundamental, right, you will be talking about complete practical oriented, which is what we needed for the job role, right? So the first part, when you talk about it, most of the people knowing the design, how to install the operating system and and basic things. But in this topic, in the administration topic, server administration topic, the challenge is completely lab. So we will be making that is in lab, saying that is in we need around 6 to 7 machine, 6 to 7 servers we needed. So to make this six and seven server to complete our lab, like as exactly a real scenario or corporate environment, it means when you completed this course, right, you should feel you are working in a real scenario. It should not be having just only just having a skill set, right? Because I know that is in everyone are very smart, and when you go to the YouTube or when you go to Google, you have a hell lot of information available about server related. But why are you coming here and why are you taking training some separate expert trainer? It will be, you should be feeling like this is experience. So during the session, you will be understanding what kind of interview questions might ask, and each topic, those questions you will be preparing properly, right? And the lab you are going to completing in Google Cloud, you will be understanding some 20% of skill set on cloud. How are you going to configure the entire lab in Google Cloud? Why I choose Google Cloud comparatively Azure and AWS is AWS and Azure has only 1 month subscription, right? And you have the limited 1 month subscription and limited resource access. But GCP is a good option for learner and to create a lab your own, and all the activity for administration activity, like you can say DSCP, DSCP server and DSCP failover, right? And or DNS configurations. And basically the more important, you can build that is an active directory, active directory multi-forest environment, multi-forest environment. We'll talk about what you mean by this multi-forest environment, all these things. It means when you do this kind of infrastructure practical, right? Because I know that most of the people are having a challenges for doing the lab. Until unless you are not doing the lab, that will not be a complete skill set, complete knowledge or complete information you won't get. So the lab in this topic or in this subject, in this training, the basically we need for the lab. If lab is not fulfilled, and you will not be going to learn for the full fledged. That is what we are concentrating concentrating more on complete lab, which we are going to do in a Google Cloud. And Google Cloud has a 3-month subscription, and along with around the 20K the promo value, he will give that, right? Earlier it was a 1 year, and they have reduced to now this 3 month, because that is maximum people are utilizing that these services, right? And in this cloud, you will be going to create around 6 to 7 machine with a good configuration. So why I choose your cloud? Basically, when you are doing for your own lab in your own desktop or laptop, you won't be able to create this much machines, because the configuration is what you needed very high, and you won't be able to you won't be able to. Yeah, it started, guys. So you won't be able to spend this much of amount. You can learn completely free with these 6 to 7 machines to build. At the end of the course, you will be getting a confident, yes, I have a knowledge on this Windows Server administration, Active Directory in multi-forest environment. You are going to learn from our end. So basically, what is multi-forest environment? What is that in AD part, and how the actually system administration job will be there, right? Everyone know that is in. I feel that is, I thought to take introduction. There is a the count is more now, so it will be time crunch. So what I suggest here, and I think everyone know that is system administrator role will be is managing for your Windows Server. The Windows Server is basically why we need to learn the Windows Server. It's a Microsoft Windows Server, right? Why we need to learn the Microsoft Server? So it is basically we have to manage for infrastructure. Infrastructure. When we say the infrastructure, it is completely in a production environment, right? The server which is built, the server is configuration, all are in a production environment. So why the production environment? Maximum that all the applications, database, right? These are all which is being deployed in maximum. This is a Windows Server. These are all production application and production database, right? Production database. These are all maximum. These are the resources are deployed in Windows Server. That is what the server administrator job. Comparatively other technology, server administrator job requirement is more. You know that is in basically you have the multiple technologies. So the technologies is called, you can say that is in storage administrator. You know that is a Linux administrator. You know that is in VMware administrator. Okay, you know that is in a cloud administrator, right? And you know that basically that is in system administrator. It's basically we talk about Windows Server administrator specifically. We can also call as a Linux administrator, VMware administrator is also people also called as a administrator. But when you go to the specific role, okay, specific role, comparatively these all technologies, backup administrator, storage administrator, Linux administrator, VMware administrator, cloud administrator, in the market, if you comparatively these people, and these people are huge requirement and a very good package as well, which is I am in the same platform working been last 11 years having that Windows administrator, but you should have that is in other skills as well, like you have that SCCM, right? Like you have that is in some automation part, which is PowerShell, right? It is add on the skill set having some more value, but basically the first fundamental you want to start your career. In this all around 20-25 people are there in this, and you are yet to start, you have that basic knowledge. I would suggest go with this technology, Windows Server Administrator. Why? So any project if you go, right, any company, any project, huge requirement, the most maximum percentage of requirement in Windows Server, and very less percentage of requirement other technologies. So is a 24/7 one project. is the project is getting one of the company, MNC company, and they have some service around 200 server. Example, I'm giving you 200 or 2000 server. In this 2000 server is a mixing with all the technologies called Linux, networking, right, and others. But in this whole environment, you have that is in Windows Server is a more. So ultimately, the goal is when you after learning this, and you will have that is in a chance to get a job opportunity, number one. And second one is when you have an additional skill set like SCCM and automation after learning, you will have the very good package. And you can also learn for the later part is cloud, but you will have that is good package of that. Ultimately, we need to get the good package, right? So the goal is we need to be settled down for that is in our career. uh, so keep in mind the Windows Server is until unless we have the skill set, we will be in a good shape. That is a way we need to learn for that is in we need to learn for that is in Windows Server and system administrator part, right? Now, when I was saying that is in production environment, why we are using for the Windows Server and these are applications and database, why they are using and how is going to be configured. Basically, right? We have that is in that earlier operating system, Windows 2003 it started, and Windows 2008, right? These are all server family operating system, and these are already Microsoft stop supported. There is outdated these operating system, but now still in the market many companies are still using based on their applications, based on the database mm, what you say, um, their applications demanding to this operating system still needed. That time the Microsoft they will ask for the demand support, because there is no patch update releasing from the Microsoft, because it's already they have stopped supporting, and your environment is still demanding to use this kind of operating system, then you have to take for the demand support from a Microsoft. The supporting from the Microsoft operating system 2012, Windows 2016, and Windows 2019 is Microsoft already released. So these are the server family operating system, and same thing is a client side. You might already know that is which is called end user side. The operating systems are using we call Windows 10 operating system. Now the recently Windows 11 is operating system is already released, and in Windows 10 you have that is in a couple of build versions, right? Which is 1709, 1803, right? The last one is 2009, which is a build version. These operating systems are end user, which is a client, which is we employee can use this operating system, and these operating system can use for in infrastructure, which is a production environment. So what is our job role after completion of our course? The job role should be we have to be we have to be support we have to be and support and manage and maintain server infrastructure, right? You know, in this when I talk about server, you have that is in physical server also, right? Physical server also, and you have that is in virtual server also, virtual server. So whenever you're using the physical server, guys, can you go someone meet Mahesh? Okay, when you say the physical server, you should keep in mind when you are supporting your project, right? You must get information how many servers are there, in entire project. It should be like that. Give me 1 minute, I will share you that one document here. Okay, I'll just come back to the later part. So you should feel that you should get the information how many servers are there in the server, how many servers are physical and virtual, and also you should get how many servers are critical. What do you mean by critical here? Critical, it means is a business impact, right? Business impact. If that server is down, then your business will be impact, right? When I say the critical server, your business, if that server, critical server is down or critical server having issue, then your business will be impact. So you should be having this complete information before you start supporting. Maybe that support will be 24/7. As a smarter, I'm talking about how you need to find it. Don't directly start uh, just starting working on the ticket. As a key resource, you must get the information. Okay, how many servers we are using, we are supporting, that inventory will be there. You should find how many physical servers are there, how many virtual servers are there, and in that server it should be maintained and it should be updated one inventory. And those are the business impacted server, where that Excel sheet will be managing, or some database will be managing, some CMDB will be managing, depends on the project. But you should have that information as a key person, as a key resource. So once you get that information, you will be easy to support, which is a 24/7 support. And you are the part of in that during the shift. And if you don't have this handy information, it will be difficult to support, right? This is a very very basic, and should have the information as a experience related. I'm not going to start directly to the, okay, these are the subject we are talking about, but ultimately the end of the course, how you are going to perform your day-to-day job role, as I told, you should be having like that. And also, if you are using the physical server, right, physical server, and that is mentioned as a critical, and you should ask the question, okay, he can be able to access this server, physical server, this server when it is down, right? Can be able to access the physical server when it's down. Is it possible? Then you should be having the some information where the data center will be there and the server is located. You need to call the data center guy, right? You need to call. That will be taking longer time, and you should have some information. Every critical server, if that is a physical server, you should have that the offline access address. You should have the detailed offline access address. What do you mean by this? The every physical server, critical server, it has that offline access address, depends on your hardware module or vendor. If you have the IBM, you are using the Dell, and you are using the HP, that is separate card will be there, the offline access called as ILO, right? In a Dell, you are having that is in uh, IBM, it's for, okay, Dell is a DRAC, and IBM has that is in RSA, right? These are the separate card. The network card will be there to connected over that server in physically. And when your server is down, you can access. There will be have some IP address for this 10.0 dot something one, right? The IP address will be there. Why they are giving here? These are the servers are critical. If the servers are down, and you don't need to be depend anybody to call data center and wait for the longer period. Immediately you can access this server, which is having your IP address, and it will asking for that is a username password. Then once that username password accessible, and you will be able to see sitting in your place what is the status of my server. And if it is completely down state, and you can reboot the server, okay, you can reboot the server from your console. You must know these are information, and it will ask the question during the interview. Okay, if now you are learning this as the first time, and you want to become a server administrator, which is having a basic skill set with you. But when you want to become a server administrator, L1, L2, L3, there is the position in every company we talk about, right? So L1 has that very basic level to job role. L2, the little advanced level, he will be support, and L3 is interacting with the a vendor and all the P1 ticket he will be handling. But such until you do no need to go to the reach L3 to and learn these all things. The initial only you should know what are the prerequisites I need to know. I am become a critical resource, become a system administrator, become a server administrator. You should know the all the information. Then now you talk about the technically how do I prepare and how do I understand the each topic step by step in this scenario. Now we are going to talk about during our session. So we will discussing our lab all server installing. As I told you, we will be going to build entire lab in Google Cloud Platform, deploying and managing Windows Server 2016, and discuss about editions, Windows Server and family. These are all will be part of that is in. So just for introduction stack, introduction about the server, right? So when we are starting install and configure domain controller, now this is the most important. Every server has that role. Every server has the roles. It will not be a default. Now when I say that server, it's a completely blank server, right? You won't be able to have any roles be installed. You need to define, we need to define, we need to define or decide that one which role I need to be installed on the server, which role needs to be installed, right? Everything is updated in the server. If you want to become a install that is in domain controller, then you must install for that is in ADDS role. And you want to install, you want to become the DNS, and you want to be, you have to be install the DNS role, right? This is completely role based. The server has around 18 to 19 roles, depends on your server. Hey, Sainath, I have muted you. If you have any question, unmute yourself and ask me. Okay. Every server, there are, depends on that is your 2008 has that is in around 16 roles are there, right? Roles are there. And 2012, around 19 roles are there. 19 roles are there. And 2016, you have that is in 21 roles are there. And 2019 you have that is a keep increasing the keep, whenever the Microsoft keep releasing the next operating system, they are adding for the new feature in that upcoming server, which is a 23 roles. So these roles we will not be installing, or we will not be configuring the single server, but we need to be, as a system administrator, we must know that is in the core important, which is called as a Active Directory, which is for the domain controller, DNS role, DSCP role, right? These are the most important role to must know. That is, in when we talk about that is Active Directory, again we will having the lot of information we need to learn. So whole company, how do I manage it across globe? There is my entire globe, uh, and entire across worldwide. I have a company, and this company has that one branch and other branch, right? This design we called as a in a single forest. This is a whole design called as a single forest, and this is called as a domain one, and this is called as a domain two. This is called as a domain three. These the terminology we discussed during the Active Directory part, right? In this domain, it will be again branches, or if you can say the site, which is a site one, the where your branch is located, right? Site one, and the site two, and the site three in this domain. And in this site you have that is a business operation, right? In this business of around thousands employee are there in this location, and all these thousands employee, how are you going to supporting, how are you going to managing, how are you supporting means what? For their, when the user log in their client computer, he should not have any issues, right? It means his home drive accessing, right? Home drive accessing, and his profile accessing, and his group policy accessing. It should not have any issues, that everything is taken care who across worldwide, the Windows system administrator. We must know these are all terminology. How do I manage, how do I manage in bigger picture? Each site, thousand people are there. In this we are using for the two domain controller, and in this two domain controller we also put one file server, right? Here one file server, right? And two domain controller, and we are managing complete operations 24/7 support for these 1,000. Same things in another site also, around 2,000 employees are there here. And again, we have that one more file server here, and two domain controllers are there. And same thing again here, 3,000 employees are there in this branch. See here, in a one single domain, there are 3,000, 4,000 to 6,000 employees are there across in one region, right? And how many administrators we needed? If you know the full fledged of complete infrastructure, it is required one or two people. But that depends on the security reason, depends on that support model. People will be hiring the more to support in this scenario, right? The lot of things are coming again, and you will be going to learn exactly how you can build from the scratch. It means how you are going to create a forest, own forest, right? And how do you create a domain, right? And how do you create a site, and how do you create a domain controller? These are the terminology you must understand. These are the most important terminology. Become a server administrator, become a Windows server administrator, system administrator, we must know. So people will ask during the interview, okay, how many servers are you are supporting? Number one. How many domain controls are you are supporting? Right? How many file server you are supporting, right? When we say that is in server administrator or Windows server administrator, we must have these are all information rather than only theoretical, or rather some having a very basic skill set, right? And most important, you are going to learn very deeper group policy. Group policy is a 70% administrator job will make easy. And instead of easy, we can say reduced manual work. I would say reduced manual work. So who has the complete knowledge on group policy in Windows Server Administrator? And I can say he is a good administrator. Is a good administrator. I can say not only system administrator, because maximum issue will be going to resolve with the help of the group policy. We must understand that is in the complete fundamental, complete the mechanism how the group policy works, right? In our topic, you will be going to learn for the very more deeper in this group. These are all industry, these are all actual needed in a job support, right? And you need to know that is in domain controller, how do you build it? You need to know that is how the DNS roles configurations and a couple of zones are there, right? And you will be going to discuss a primary DNS server, secondary DNS server, right? Secondary DNS server, and how do you take a backup of the DNS server? Same things, DSCP role you're going to talk about. How do you create a scope, and how do you create a relay agent in the DSCP agent, DSCP? Okay, why we need a relay agent? And failover, you are going to, these are all practically you are going to do. These are the questions you will ask. Is these are all are L2 and above, L2 and above. It basically these are all topic is L2, it means L2 and L3. Okay, you can confidently, after completion of our training, you can confidently tell that is in I know these are the topic. And uh, just little one tricky during the interview you have to tackle it. You should tell from last 6 months I'm handling. If you don't have experience on actual Windows Server administration, if you are working in a desktop support, some other related who willing to come to the IT industry and in the server support, you can tell, saying that is in the when the call is started, when interview started, you can tell them, since last 6 months I moved into the IT team, which is the server team, and the last 6 months I'm supporting foreign Windows Server infra. Okay, he will ask question, okay, what is your day-to-day operations job? What is your day-to-day activity? You should tell now, okay, these are the task I'm handling, right? Which is creation of Active Directory user, right? Creation of users group, and creation of OU delegation, OU delegations and creating a groups policy, right? And he will ask, okay, tell me that is in how you're going to create a group policy. You already done during our training, and you know that is in how you're going to create a group policy and what is the process of the group policy. So you will be confidently explain, right? Then, so people, the basically important here, you are confident plus skill set plus communication. These are the three more important for getting a job. Your confidence is most important, because when you already completed the training. After completion of the training, you should feel some confidence. Yes, I know these are the topic, I can crack it interview. How do you crack interview? You should tell them, even though you don't have experience, you should confidently tell, since last 6 months I am working, these are the environment. Okay, you will ask what kind of day-to-day activity you are working. I will explain you, those are the day-to-day activity for L1, L2, L3, what kind of activity you want to be tell, or you want to prepare yourself. Anyhow, you have already skill set, and with the help of the skill set, with the good communication, I'm sure you will be get selected. And in our history, in our experience, whoever completed training from our end, most of the people, I would say 98%, all are in job. Even though during this pandemic, they came here, they decided to take a training because they are working in a longer period in one and very having less packages. And okay, they decided, I need to upskills myself, and then they took a training from our end. They learned everything from our end. They felt it is a experience, not for the skills. I think you know that everyone, when you're updating in your profile, there's a two type of, one is skills and experience. The when you say experience, when you worked on this environment, right? When you work on this technology, then only you can tell I have experience. Skill means what? Then you know things, right? You know things, but you are not mentioning your profile, I know the things. You are mentioning, I worked on this technology. Confidently you can tell that. So because of that only people are getting the job, and you will have, then your journey will start it. Then you can start your day-to-day activity. Again, you have to keep upgrade yourself. This is how you are going to learn, guys, from our end. Just for the overview, what are things you are going to learn, and how you are going to learn, and how you are going to do the lab, everything I have explained. And again, the couple of, these are all users account groups. These are all basic things you will be going to understanding. Infrastructure management, as I told you, this is the main topic. Basically, we will be talking the three phase. First, we will talk about infra. Second, we'll talk about operation, and then we'll talk about troubleshooting. These are the our area to be, and our culture to explain to the all the students. Okay, we will not be going to as a very basic, because I know that everyone are when you go to the YouTube, right? You will have hell lot of information. You don't need to go any institute, if you ask me. But why are you coming here? You should understand that some more detail as a more deeper and experience related topic, right? And the lab is most important. So I know that is in a Windows Server topic, most of the people are lacking for the lab. They will attend the training, but is until that they will not do the any lab for themselves, they will not be getting a complete skill set. But you are going to do from our end. That is what you are going to create a infrastructure which is multi forest environment. When I say multi forest environment, oops, sorry guys, is now power is gone now. So I'm running for in UPS, and I'll be going to stop now another few minutes. If you have any question, feel free to ask, please. Amit, over to you.
Hey Neil, I have something to ask. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Madan. Go ahead, Madan.
Yeah, I was asking, is it going to be a series of sessions or a single session with all the stuff?
No, these are all for either weekend, and not for all the session. It's every day is going to talk about that one topic with the
Okay,
schedule.
okay, okay,
So
okay, okay, okay.
yeah, So there is a 36-hour duration, and when we start the batch for weekend or weekdays, we will plan for one by one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's it. Thank you.
yeah. Thanks, guys. Sorry again. There's no power here. I'm running in UPS. I might be disconnect anytime. Amit, just for over to you. Anybody has any question?
I want to know, is it which Windows are we studying, 2016 or 2019?
We will be starting 2016, and it's not much difference compared to 2019. If needed, we will be taking one class in at the end of the 2019. Frank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, when will be the day one class will be started?
That yeah, day one class. I think Amit will explain you guys. I think just he will be taking care about you, and he will explain. Might be next week Saturday, but Amit will coordinating for everyone. He will help you.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody has any questions? So then, no questions. Can we wind up? Amit. Please share your number, everyone. So it would be good for to contact you back. Okay, guys.
Where do we share the number?
Amit, just can you please take things? Okay, just okay. Well, let me, Amit. I just logged in. I need to just you ping here only that Amit, if you don't mind. So Amit is coordinating, and he will be. Please contact that number, and he will explain you for. Okay, let me take that his number. Okay, let me. I think I don't know that one is going to stop this. Okay, guys, please contact this number for you have any question. He will help you for further. His name is Amit. For your time duration, when is going to talk about and everything. Please take this number. His name is Amit, and you can coordinate with him, and he will help you.